would be subjected to service tax. Cable transmission of infotainment is undergoing a transformation with the adoption of the digital technology. The multi-service operators need to invest in digital head-end equipment. To enable this, I propose to provide project import status at a concessional customs duty of 5% with full exemption from special additional duty to the initial setting up of such projects. The prices of the precious metals continue to rise. Since the customs duty is levied on these at specific rates, I propose to index the rates as follows. On gold and platinum from rupees 200 per 10 grams to rupees 300 per 10 grams. Silver from rupees 1000 per kg to rupees 1500 per kg. Gems and jewellery is a traditional item in our export basket. Rhodium, a precious metal used for polishing jewellery, attracts basic customs duty of 10%. This is being reduced to 2%. To encourage domestic refining capacity for gold, I propose to reduce the basic customs duty on gold ore and concentrates from 2% ad valorem to specific duty of rupees 140 per 10 grams of gold content with full exemption from special additional duty. Further, the excise duty on the refined gold made from such ore or concentrate is being reduced from 8% to a specific duty of rupees 280 per 10 grams. Full exemption from the import duty is available to specified inputs of the raw materials required for the manufacture of the sports goods, which are assuming importance as an item of export. This is being expanded to cover a few more items. In order to incentivize the domestic production of the microwave ovens, I propose to reduce the basic customs duty on one of its key components, namely the magnetrons, from 10% to 5%. Presently, there is a value limit of rupees 1 lakh per annum on duty-free import of the commercial samples as personal baggage. I propose to enhance this limit to rupees 3 lakh per annum. Industry has represented that the exemption from special additional duty of 4% based on refund leads to substantial blockage of funds. To ease this difficulty, I propose to provide an outright exemption from special additional duty to goods imported in a prepackaged form for retail sale. This would also cover mobile phones, watches, ready-made garments, even when they are not imported in prepackaged form. The refund-based exemption is also being retained for the cases not covered by the new dispensation. Toy balloons are a source of joy to the millions of children to bring a smile to their mothers' faces. I propose to fully exempt them from the central excise duty. Some of the other relief measures that I propose are as under: reduction in the basic customs duty on long paper from 70% to 30%, reduction in basic customs duty on asphosida from 30% to 20%, reduction of this in central excise duty on replaceable kits for the household type water filters other than those based on the RO technology to 4%, reduction in central excise duty for corrugated boxes and cartons from 8% to 4%, reduction in central excise duty on latex rubber thread from 8% to 4%, reduction in excise duty on goods covered under the Medicinal and Toilet Preparation Acts from 16% to 10%. My proposals relating to customs and the central excise are estimated to result in a net revenue gain of rupees 43,500 crore for the year. Service tax. Madam Speaker, the service tax sector contributes nearly 60% of the GDP. The service tax to GDP ratio, however, is only around 1%. This sector thus has significant potential to augment revenue. To bridge this gap, I had the option to raise the rate of service tax to 12%, as it was before I introduced the third stimulus package. I am not resorting to this option to maintain the growth momentum and also to bring about a convergence in the rates of tax on goods and services. I therefore propose to retain the rate of tax on services at 10% to pave the way forward for GST. I had another option to bring all services under the service tax. I am not opting for this either at this stage. I propose, however, to bring certain services hitherto untaxed within the purview of the service tax levy. These are being notified separately. I am also proposing certain legislative changes to plug revenue leakage, to remove distortions, and to clarify certain doubts that have arisen over a period of time. I do not want to waste the precious time of the House elaborating the details as they are available in the Finance Bill and other budget documents. Export of services, especially in the area of information technology and business process outsourcing, generates substantial employment and brings in foreign exchange. I propose to ease the process of refund of accumulated credit to exporters of services by making necessary changes in the definition of export of services and producers. Accredited news agencies which provide news feed online attract service tax. Acknowledging the human services of such news agencies in disseminating the news, I propose to exempt such news agencies that meet certain criteria from service tax. My proposals relating to service tax are estimated to result in a net revenue gain of Rs 3,000 crore for the year. Copies of notifications giving effect to the changes in customs, central excise and service tax will be laid on the table of the House in due course. My proposals on direct taxes are estimated to result in a revenue loss of Rs 26,000 crore for the year. Proposals relating to indirect taxes are estimated to result in a net revenue gain of Rs 46,500 crore for the year. Taking into account the concessions being given in my tax proposals and measures taken to mobilize the additional resources, the net revenue gain is estimated to Rs 20,500 crore for the year. We have emerged from the global slowdown faster than any other nation. I did not hesitate in exercising my judgment on the course of action last year, and I have no hesitation in my mind now. Our actions today will determine our tomorrow. This budget belongs to Aam Aadmi. It belongs to the farmer, the agriculturist, the entrepreneur and the investor. The opportunity is great. The time is right. I have placed my faith in the hands of the people who I know can be depended upon to rise to any occasion in national interest. I have placed my faith in the collective conscience of the nation that can be touched to scale undreamt heights in the coming years. Madam Speaker, with these words, I commend the budget to the House.
Thank you.
That's the union budget, and surprise, surprise, this time the market is in the green. We actually have a breakout on our hands for the market, complete reversal of what we saw in the last budget. The Sensex is up 335 points, the Nifty is up and beyond 4950. There's many things that the market likes in this budget. The fiscal roadmap from 5.5% next year to 4.8 to 4.1, the net borrowing target of 3,45,000 crores, and of course there is personal income tax, which everybody in the market would love the most. The fact that taxes for slabs have been changed, leading to some concrete savings up to incomes of 8 lakh rupees, certainly would have gone down very well with the street.